Hey everyone, it's Strange Michael. I hope you're doing well today. I have another movie haul for you of horror stuff that I picked up over the last few weeks, and mainly because I had a bonus at work that happened to hit this week, and I decided to pick up a lot of cool stuff. I actually went to Walmart looking as hard as I possibly could to get this Terrifier 2 VHS tape that I desperately want to watch because I still watch VHS tapes in 2024. I cannot find a copy anywhere. There's one store that I have left around me because it's only being sold at Walmart. I have many around me. There's only one left that have not put their tapes out there, but when I've talked to other people from other stores, they said, hey, that particular store has like three, so I'm trying my best to get a hand on one, but scalpers suck, man. They're on eBay selling them for like 90 bucks and 70 bucks and stuff, and I'm not paying that. I want a VHS tape in 2024. This is not as heavily a collectible as I think people think it'll be. I started to make a video about that. I'm not going to bitch about that forever, but just thought I would say that as a precursor to this. I was trying my best to have a copy of Terrifier 2 for this video. It ain't going to happen more than likely. If I get one, I'll be stoked about it. I may make a spotlight video about it, but for now, I don't know. Anyway, getting to the haul though, I have 6 particular items, sets, whatever you want to call it, but technically 7 movies here, so hopefully that'll be something cool. I have some stuff here I've seen, quite a bit of it I've actually seen before, quite a bit of it I have not, matter of fact. So the first thing here, I'm going to talk about the Blu-rays. I bought this movie that I saw a while back and I really loved it. I was not a fan of the sequel. It's called Unfriended. Unfriended was really cool. It's a laptop horror film. Many of you probably heard about this back in like 2014, 2015, whenever it was this came out. If you don't love found footage, you should still watch this. It's pretty cool. It has some cool little character moments in here about a bunch of bullies and the icon for a girl that they apparently bullied to death or may not even realize they have done that. She shows up in the chat room they're having, and they're not really sure if it's a glitch or what. Very cool movie if you haven't seen it before. Definitely a big recommendation. But like I said, the sequel film, I think it's called just Unfriended Dark Web or something. No thank you. I think I reviewed these on this channel. I could be wrong, but I didn't own a copy, so now I have one. I'm really stoked. I may buy Dark Web, but I don't know, man. Anyway, I talked about Underworld recently when I bought Rise of the Lycans. This is Underworld Awakening. I don't know if this is part 4 or part 5. I think it's part 4. I could be wrong. I had 2 more to get for my collection, and this is one of them, so I have it now. What's the next film called, or whatever the other one is that I don't have? There's the first one, then there's Evolution, Rise of the Lycans, there's Awakening, I thought was number 4, but then there's a part 5. I don't know what it would be. Watch it be like Resurrections or something, I don't know. Everything is called that now. So I have that. In case you haven't seen the films too, they're kind of a Matrix-style vampires versus werewolves storyline. Very stylistic. I have not liked any of the films I have seen past part 3, so it may be good, it may not be good. We'll see what happens. I saw one film after part 3. I think there's one I haven't seen, and it was not good. I think they're trying to make a part 6. I'm very surprised by that, but hey, they gotta be in better hands by now compared to something like the original influence to it, The Matrix. Did you see Matrix 4? Good lord, it's horrible. So this film right here, I talked about possibly doing as my next movie marathon for you guys. I'm still trying to hunt down all the films. This may be a series that I would start reviewing because I really want to watch them all again, to be honest with you. It's been a while. I'm kind of in a zombie mood, to be honest. You probably already know what I'm talking about. I've really wanted to see these again. I was trying to find the copy of this movie that my mom got me. Many years ago, I sold my copy, a long time ago. And the film has 3 cuts, and it's impossible to find. And you probably, again, already know what I'm talking about. That would be Dawn of the Dead. Now, what I settled upon, I'm pretty sure this is the same type of DVD my mom got me, like 15 years ago, 12 years ago, somewhere in that ballpark when I was into high school and trying out new horror things that I had heard of but had not seen. I watched this movie like twice, trying my best to get into it, and I did not like it. I was not a fan. I thought it sucked, and I got rid of my copy a long time ago, like I said. I am fairly certain this is the copy that I bought. Not right now, obviously, but the same one I had once upon a time that my mom got me. And I'm hoping it's good. I know there's like a 3-hour cut, but this is like the theatrical cut that Romero himself preferred. So I'm hoping I like it a lot more now. By the way, all 3 versions are on YouTube in case you want to watch them. But I wanted to own it because sometimes Dawn of the Dead, where it's out of print, in case you don't know, sometimes it shows up, sometimes it doesn't. It's hard to get your hands on a physical copy of this for a decent price at places like FYE or Barnes & Noble. They're going to kick you right in the nuts if you go to those places. So I have to be careful. I found this copy for like $7 and I grabbed it up immediately. So hopefully it's going to be good. Now this one right here, of course, has a prequel coming out this week, and I plan on trying to see it, God willing, on Wednesday. But it's a series I've not seen everything of so far. A Quiet Place, Part 1 and Part 2. I saw the first one, thought it was really good. I'm a huge John Krasinski fan. I've been a fan of him since before his modern career that he has, where he's leading things like horror. He was Reed Richards in Marvel, in the MCU, in the Doctor Strange 2 terrible-ass movie. But I loved him in this. I think he directed the movie too. And Quiet Place was really good. I think he directed Part 2. I could be wrong about that. But I know Emily Blunt leads the film, and I have not seen it. I just haven't. I haven't gotten around to it. I don't know anything about what happens there. But I will say I am more interested in seeing Part 2 than I am the new film, Quiet Place Day 1. Day 1, it could be cool in concept, like an I Am Legend concept, but there's 2 things that bother me. I keep hearing about a cat being prioritized over people, which tells me cat ladies helped work on this movie, which doesn't surprise me. It's Hollywood. But number 2, the other thing I'm starting to see is that I'm not a Lupita Nyong'o. Is that her name? I'm not really a fan of her. I just don't think she's that good of an actress. She seems like a sweet woman in interviews and stuff, but I'm just not a fan of her. I haven't seen Us from Jordan Peele. I don't know if that makes any difference, but I'm not a fan of her, dude. I just don't think she's that great. I think she's kind of overhyped, to be honest. So I'm hoping Day 1 will be good. I've heard a lot of really solid things so far, but people also told me the Zac Efron film Neighbors from 2014 was good, and I just saw that for the first time, and it was awful. It was awful. I hated it. I had a couple of laughs, but I hate it. That's Seth Rogen. What do you expect? Anyway, Quiet Place Part 1 and Part 2. Hopefully it's going to be, good. I hope Part 2 is good. Even if Part 2 is bad, number 1, I'll own it. Number 2, I like Part 1 a lot. I love Part 1, matter of fact. In case you don't know, basically, it's a post-apocalyptic film series at this point, and you can't make any sound, so people can't talk, they can't snore, they can't do any of that. Or these creatures, we don't really know what they are, I don't want to tell you too much about them, they will kill you because they can hear noises through the ground and through wherever, and they will just come looking for you even though they're blind, and will try to kill you because they heard you make noise. I don't know why they don't like noise. Maybe that's answered in Part 2. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't have to be explained. But yeah, it's a really good series, or at least the first film was really good. In case you haven't seen them before, I'd like to see a lot of my YouTube friends review that. It's a good one, man. Anyway, this one right here I've been looking for forever. And when I say that, I mean for like a year. Because this was supposed to be on a Black Friday sale last year for like $7, I was seeing people say it was. For like Walmart, Best Buy, Target if they had it, and I could not for the life of me find a copy of this. Walmart didn't even sell movies on Black Friday this year, or last year in 2023, when I went to their store as a random drop-in. They tried to say, oh, well, it's going to be sold at a later date. It turns out the assholes lied. It was before Black Friday that they started up, and everybody had bought everything, so they just got rid of it. And they would always put them in weird places, like in front of the meat section and stuff. Did that ever happen to you? It happened to me a lot, every time with that store. Well, all of them for that matter, I guess. But this is Scream 6. And I liked Scream 6. I thought it improved upon some things that Part 5 did poorly, even though I like Part 5 a lot. Part 5 may or may not, alongside with this, be my favorites of the sequels, possibly. I'm a little bummed this is the last Core 4 movie we get because of all the drama. All the drama about shit that doesn't involve anybody in this movie. But I'm bummed out about that, but I liked what I got here. I just wish I had gotten the twist about the reveal of who the killer was that I wanted, that I think most people wanted, and we didn't get that. So, 7 could deliver on that, but I feel like at this point with what they were building with this movie and Part 5, it's kind of disappointing. It's kind of disappointing. I felt like this was a really good time where they were moving past things like Sidney Prescott, and that was a good thing in my opinion. But Scream 6, pretty good film. I liked it. I thought it was a cool modern slasher for the most part. Had some decent stabbings and stuff, as horrific as it is to say that out loud in a quiet room in a quiet house. But anyway, Scream 6, it has some moments. I also had to switch out the DVDs because as soon as I opened up the copy I bought for like $5, the inside was broken, you know, in here. And so I had to get another one that I was gonna give, that's a 2-disc, that I only have 1 disc to put inside of. I had to take it out of a Goodwill box that I was gonna give away, a crappy movie that somebody else had given me for my family that was scratched up anyway. I think it was Mission Impossible 2, something like that. Who likes Mission Impossible 2? It deserves to be in the trash, scratched up or not. I got rid of that, and I took Scream 6 and put it in this new box, put the cover art in there, all that. So now I have it in a good box. I'm excited about that. And then this film right here, all of my friends were talking about it. I reviewed it for the channel as well. I think it was last year, 2023, when it came out. It was Eli Roth's Thanksgiving. I finally got a copy for the collection. I've been waiting off to get a good, solid, cheap price on it, and I finally got my hands on one. I loved this. If you like gory, bloody, kind of retro, but not really, like with this Stranger Things 80s aesthetic, if you don't like that, but you like the throwback feel of some slasher movies, this is right up your alley, man. It's a great Thanksgiving-themed one. A lot of blood. I can't talk. I'm so sorry. I'm really tired. It's already past midnight, so forgive me for that. But it's kind of bloody. I love that about it. The killer, the John Carver mask-wearing killer, looks awesome. I love it. I love it when he has the axe. I like the really creative kills. And I hope we get a bunch of sequels. I really do. I think it's a movie that has a lot to offer, and I think it has more to offer than people realize. So if you haven't seen Thanksgiving yet, go watch that. Anyway, that is the end of the list of everything I picked up in this horror haul. So hopefully you guys will have some comments down below about what you like from the stack, what you don't like, what did you pick up? I'd love to hear all that down below too. Thank you guys for being around. Thank you for being patient with yours truly and how I've been dragging my feet constantly. So I am back. I do have some more reviews to put up for you very soon. I just finished Channel Zero, the 3rd season that I had, which was the final season for me. I'd watched them kind of out of order. Now I've watched it, I'm reviewing it. I already have the review recorded from like 2 weeks ago, so I have that I'm uploading. And I'm watching some other stuff too that I think I've talked about briefly recently, but also some stuff I have not talked about recently that are like newer, updated versions of things that I really love that I want to, frankly, bitch about to you guys. So you'll see some reviews for some very interesting projects very soon, and hopefully you'll tune in, God willing, and we can talk about them in those comments sections. So anyway, what did you get? Thank you all for watching, guys. God bless you all. Catch you later, and goodbye.